Me and Dawn both work on the Teens and Toddlers programme in various schools around London. We've both been doing this for 5 or 6 years. We've worked in quite a lot of different secondary schools and primary schools and nurseries, and we've both worked in Leaf nurseries a couple of times doing the project. And we were just having a chat earlier today about what we would say, and we both came up with a couple of things that have really struck us on projects about loneliness and isolation, and how doing the project has helped either the teenagers or the young children or both kind of be less lonely. So you're going to go first.
I mean, even today I had a wonderful experience. I've been on the programme, delivering programmes for over 5 years now. And today, throughout our session, there was a young person that was interacting with a child, and then he looked across and he saw another child sitting on the table on his own. And so he walked over, sat down, used his interpersonal skills, got on the same level, gave eye contact, smiled, and this child is known to not really use his communication skills. And he started to talk, and the child started to respond. From that, other children started to come, join him, and they started to have a conversation. And it was lovely, it was pleasurable to see how, they work well together and they can form close relationship and build friendships. So today it was something that Hannah and I were saying in terms of what we see as practitioners, how positive the journey is working together.
So I wanted to talk briefly about a project that I did last school year, where I worked with a group of 4 teenagers between the ages of 14 and 16. And these were all young people who were not in mainstream school. All of them had been excluded from secondary school. And they were enrolled at a referral unit, but for various reasons they were having individual tuition was the main way they got their education. So all of these 4 kids were really struggling with their mental health. They were all very, very isolated, didn't really have many friends or good friendships. I worked quite closely with one of the tutors who was tutoring 2 of the boys in this group, and he was saying in a lot of ways his biggest challenge was just trying to get the boys out of the house. Like, they didn't want to leave their bedrooms, they felt incredibly insecure about their appearance or about who they were as a person, and they didn't want to go anywhere in public. So he felt that actually before they could even start thinking about maths or English, there had to be some way of getting them out of their house, and you can just go for a walk around the park or going to a cafe or the library, and just kind of breaking down the fear of just being out in public. And sorry, go on.
Sorry to interrupt you. It was funny today. A young person said that he was making paper planes, and he said, "You know something? It's the first time that I actually feel significant, because I had all the children surrounding me, and normally I'm on my own." And this is a teenager that we've noticed he does lack self-esteem. He is often on his own at school, but it was just so lovely to see how his face lit up, and he said, "I recognise that I matter." And when we hear that, it makes our job even more satisfying, because we hear and we see the positive results that come of the connections that are formed.